Hi, happy fall everyone. So today I'm going to be sharing with you 3 restorative poses that are really great for fall, for this time of year where we are taking in the harvest, but also letting go and shedding things that no longer serve us. This is a great time of year for getting cozy, so restorative yoga is a wonderful practice. It requires very little physical effort at all, but you get still all of the same benefits as you would in the yoga poses in a regular hatha class. So some of the props that I'm going to be using today, I have just a regular blanket. Any blanket will do. Something a little bit thicker and firmer is nice. If you like, an eye pillow or even just a Kleenex over your eyes, something to block out the light. I have 2 blocks, not necessary, but if you need them, you can even use like a heavy book. And then a bolster, which again, many of you probably don't have a bolster just hanging around in your house, so you can use a pillow or several pillows, and again, something nice and firm, and preferably something long. Another option is just rolling a whole bunch of blankets together and making like a nice pillow. So the first pose is a heart opening pose, Supta Baddha Konasana, so supported bound angle. We're going to be bringing our sacrum right up against the bolster, and then you're going to bring the soles of your feet together and the knees wide, and we'll lie right down over the bolster. Bring your arms out to the side, chin is slightly tucked, and you can place the eye pillow over your eyes and rest here. This is absolutely one of my favorite poses. You can also put those blocks underneath your knees if you need a little more support. And finally, if you find that pose is just a bit too much for your shoulders and your chest, you can place a block or your books underneath your bolster. Just lift it up a little bit, and that'll be a little less intense of a back bend. I'm also going to show you how to do this pose in a chair. So if getting down to the mat is an issue for you, you can grab your chair, grab your bolster or your pillow, and just lay it up against the bolster. And you should have your chair against the wall. Grab your blanket. This isn't a perfect chair. Ideally, armrests would be better. So you're going to roll up your blanket, sit up right up against that bolster and place the blanket underneath your neck for a little extra support. And then you can rest those arms on your armrest. Hopefully you'll have a chair with armrests, or even on your lap. And just think of really letting go and letting the back sink into the bolster or the pillows. You still get a nice opening along the chest, and your arms can be nice and wide. So again, you're supporting the arms with the armrests or something beside you. You'll stay in this heart opening pose for anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes. Again, you might just want to stay there and do some meditation, focusing on the breath at this time of year without any kind of control of the breath, but really just noticing it coming in and out through the nose. Another great pose is a side opening pose. So I'll show it to you first on the mat, and then you can do it in the chair if you like. You'll lay the bolster horizontally this time. And you're just going to bring your rib cage. So you'll bring your one hip really close to the bolster, and you'll lay your rib cage over top. You're going to have one block for your head, and then another one is a little bit further away from you. So you'll lay down and place that head on your block. You can adjust the height if you need to. And if it feels okay, you'll reach the other arm overhead and grab for that block. And then your legs are sort of in a nice flowing S curve. So they're not really tight and they're not all the way extended. Just a nice curve to the legs, arm overhead. And if that becomes too much for your arm or your side, you can just bring your arm back down, still getting this nice opening feeling across the side body. Of course, you would want to do both sides. So again, if sitting that or laying down on the mat does not work, Hopefully you can see me from there. You're gonna sit on your chair, but you'll sit on it sideways. Again, ideally you're near a wall. And you're just gonna reach over and get that nice side lengthening. And again, you can bring that arm back down, but make sure that your head is resting against the wall. And you don't wanna make too much strain on the neck. So if you need to, while you're leaning over and your head is against the wall, you can support it with your hand. Maybe put a pillow or something under your elbow, or again, if you have that armrest there, you can rest it there. So we're really just focusing on creating some length in the side bodies. This just creates some space and helps with that breath flow. And again, you can sit there from anywhere from 3 to 5 to 7 minutes. Usually double-sided pose, you can hold a little less time. And then finally, of course, Shavasana, which is your resting pose. I love to use a bolster or a pillow in Shavasana. I even sleep with one under my knees now, so you'll just bring your legs over. Knees are over the bolster, and you'll come to lay all the way down on your back. And you can grab that blanket before you roll down, place the blanket over you, all the way up to your shoulders, rolling down and bringing the eye pillow over the eyes. Palms face up, down by your side, tucking the shoulder blades underneath you. Taking a big deep breath in and a big sigh out the mouth. You can stay here for about 10 minutes or more. And again, when you need to come up, ideally bringing your knees into the chest, roll over to one side, and then push yourself up and take your time getting down to all of your poses. Use the breath. Just, set 30 minutes aside to include a nice restorative practice for yourself. If you're not getting down to a mat, you can do that Shavasana in a chair. Grab another chair in front of you and just put your legs up and make